What is going on, everybody? It is D-Man coming back at it again with another YouTube video, and today we got ourselves another Tennessee Titan theme team episode. We do this every week, so if you are new, go ahead and hit that sub button for me, drop a like down below. But let's go ahead and let's get into it now. Last week's episode, it was a banger. I'm not gonna lie, it was a banger. We had a lot of new additions. We got a few new additions this year. One particularly in Randy Moss. The others are kind of a lower, there were, we had Nate Davis, we had Brent Urban. That's about it. And then we have Randy Moss. But Randy Moss himself is an absolute freak. And now, you guys saw that he is a 97 on the team. He has 96 speed. And you guys see all the boosts there. 99 jumping, 99 catching, 99 catching traffic, 99 spectacular catch. The reason I have that on him is, well, I should say the reason I'm using the strategy item to boost all the catching and the plus the height. You guys see a 6'9". So we pretty much have a power forward out here at wide receiver for us. And it's the same way with Corey Davis. But I'll talk more into the strategy item a little bit later. Again, there's the other one that you can actually use this now in head-to-head. And another key reminder is that you can use this strategy item for the rest of the year unless it gets patched. But all you have to do that is keep the strategy item in the slot and do not take it out. Okay, if you just keep it in there for the rest of the year, you will have a 6'9" Randy Moss for the rest of the year unless they patch it to where they force you to take it out or it gets taken out automatically. But we've seen that happen in the past with the ultimate kickoff strategy item, where if you left it in there, you actually got to keep a +1 speed boost to your team. So that is how a lot of people had that Will Fuller powered up LTD, that LTD Will Fuller that was powered up to a 94 overall with a max theme team. That's a +2 or a +2 speed with a 2 deep route specialist strategy items. That's another +2, and then on top of the 2 +2s, which is +4, on top of that you get the +1 speed with ultimate kickoff boost. There you go. You got a 99 speed wide receiver in Will Fuller. So unless they change it, this will be probably, I'll have to look at the strength one, but as of right now, there's a speed one, but you take, instead of it being a 6'3" Randy Moss, it would only be a 5'11" Randy Moss, and +2 speed. I mean, we know Randy Moss is going to get upgrades throughout the year, so by the end of the year, the speed boost won't matter, and 5'11" Randy Moss is just not the way to go, if you guys get what I'm saying. So that's why I'm probably going to be rocking with this +5 to height. You get max jumping, max catching traffic, max spec catch. And then the same thing goes with Corey Davis. I'll show you guys Corey Davis here in a minute. But there's Randy Moss. I mean, he's an absolute freak. He's got 99 awareness as well. And this goes for every single most feared player. Brent Urban also gets these boosts. Christian Fulton gets these boosts. Tier Tart gets these boosts. Nate Davis gets these boosts. So it's not only these big time the big time players, it's the smaller players too. So if Brent Urban gets maybe a mid-90s card, 95-ish card, don't know if that's going to happen or not. But if it does, all of these stats, which it wouldn't affect him that much, but there are some stats that do affect defensive tackles that get the boost here. But obviously the catching traffic, spec catch, all that stuff don't matter to D-tackle, but I'll show you the stuff that does matter to the to Brent Urban when we get to him here. But moving on, 6'9", 210 pounds. This dude's just crazy. I mean, 96 speed, 95 excel. I mean, this is pretty much an in-game card with bad route running. That's probably what you could say. And if we get, like, I don't know what quarterback we could get for most feared, but if we could get a quarterback at this time, you get a +10 to short, +10 to medium, +10 to deep accuracy. I don't know who it would be. I don't think we would get a quarterback unless it's like I don't know, guys. There's really not any quarterbacks right now that are, we saw, there's, Marcus Mariota, he hadn't played a snap. He played one snap this year, and he had a great run, but he got hurt. So Marcus Mariota is not going to get a card here. The only chance we got of him getting one is maybe a flashback or a team of the week, LTD. But man, if Tannehill hadn't had an upgrade yet, man, this would be a phenomenal way to give him an upgrade. But anyone else I could think of historically, like legends, Steve McNair, I don't think they'd give him a most feared card. Obviously, we already have Vince Young. Obviously, he wouldn't, be that big enough name to go ahead and get a card like this. But I think we're going to see an Andrew Luck because that was already kind of leaked and teased out already. But man, this card is just phenomenal. If we could have had a quarterback too, that would have been insane. But 6'9" Randy Moss with all these 99 stats, it's just phenomenal. And like I said, you can keep this on him for the entire and for the rest of the year, unless they go ahead and do like force you to unequip it, which is possible. But here's Derrick Henry with those type of stats. Now we saw Derrick Henry; he had 99 speed last week. He only has 95 now, but that's fine because now he's 6'8". I mean, I don't know what you're supposed to do against this guy. He's got 76 catching now, so a little bit better hands now on this card. And if you look, really the catching, the jumping's insane. I mean, you don't really need jumping on Derrick Henry, but maybe later in the year when leapfrog is a thing, he would get some crazy leapfrog animations. I don't know if a power back can get leapfrog, but we can check that out real quick. Just curious to see. Leapfrog, achieve 90 jumping. So that's going to be tough because right now he has 96 minus 12 is 84. I don't think he would be able to get leapfrog, but possibly. It's possible though. But you guys see 99 awareness, 99 ball carrier vision, and then pretty much stock everything. Nothing boost, nothing changes with trucking, stiff arm, any of that. You do get a +2 to juke move, +1 to spin. Then obviously those accuracy stats doesn't matter. And yeah, man, if we could get some cornerbacks too, gosh, this strategy item right here could get really glitchy. Cornerbacks, we could get there's some potential quarterbacks we could get upgrades at most feared. But then also Corey Davis, he got a most feared card, so he's gonna be getting these boosts too. And you guys see, very similar to Randy Moss, 6'8", an inch shorter. But he's still going to get all those 99 stats. I mean, I don't know what you're supposed to do against this because this could, unless unless they force you to take this off, this will be your stats for the rest of the year on Corey Davis and Randy Moss. Because we saw it happen with Ultimate Kickoff. We saw it happen with the Mutt Heroes program, the Gridiron Guardians. And now, I mean, if this doesn't change, this is going to break the game. I'm kind of hoping they take it out because you're going to be running into in-game cards right off the rip. In October, you're going to be running into in-game cards. So hopefully they do take it off. But if you don't, if you don't take this off and they leave it to where if you leave it on here, you still get these boosts, it's going to be insane. Absolutely insane. We got DeAndre Johnson last week. Charlie Joyner's been on the team for a little bit. But what we did, we went ahead and put post up back on Bruce Matthews. Offensive line has been the same for a while. We got Nate Davis upgrade. We'll check him out really quickly. But you'll see he's doesn't have the glitchiest stats, but I mean he's just going to be a backup behind Quentin Spain, which is fine with me. But yeah, you guys see that. Jack Conklin, Saffold, Matthews, Quentin Spain, Ty Sambrello have been our starters pretty much since very close to day one. Jared Cook's been phenomenal for us. I do have tight end apprentice on him, so he's going to get hot routes. I can change his hot routes up a little if I want a corner, I want a cross or whatever, which is kind of fun, but at the same time, I'm kind of sad they patched short end elite because that was just absolutely glitchy, but it's fine, I guess. Jared Cook still is really glitchy himself. Frank Wycheck at fullback is another glitch right there. And then I'm running with no abilities on Randy Moss and no abilities on Corey Davis because really they don't get route tech. They don't get any of these good, cool abilities. I did want to see if Randy Moss gets red zone threat. I might try it out. He doesn't get red zone threat. He doesn't get red zone threat. Oh my goodness, 1 overall off. That's tough, because that would be a pretty glitchy, ability to put on. It does get run off elite, which is a new one. I might try that one out, but as of right now, there's really nothing really too special. Slot-o-matic is okay, but it's 4 AP. Deep in, deep out elite, mid in, mid out elite. Let me know how those work for you. But, in my opinion, I think running Randy Moss with no abilities is fine, because he's already got really insane stats himself. So I think his stats are going to take over, and you really probably won't need abilities on him or Corey Davis. But yeah, Andre Johnson is our guy. I might sub him in and out for Corey, depending on how Corey plays. I just really like Route Tech. I think it's one of the best abilities in the game. But we'll go ahead and check out the abilities as a whole here. As we do go ahead and have Andre Johnson with Route Tech, Derrick Henry with Freight Train, Armbar, and Bulldozer, Jared Cook with Yak 'em Up, and Tight End Apprentice. And then we also have Vince Young with Truz, Roaming Deadeye, and Escape Artist. We do have Bruce Matthews also with Post Up, and that's going to be all the abilities on offense. So I think that's it offensively. Tannehill still backing up Vince Young right now, and I think that's pretty much it offensively. Blossom Games still there at fullback. I'm trying to think of any potential upgrades. I'm sure there are. A Lawan would be a pretty nice one to have. Scary something next week would be nice. Maybe a Lawan 85, 87. I wouldn't mind that at all. But yeah, for the most part, guys, this offense is just scary. It's really scary with that strategy item equipped. Let's go over to the defense. Defensively, you do see a lot of blue. It's because we've changed up a strategy item. That's also a pretty important reason that we are a 91 overall, is because of that strategy item. And I'll get into the strategy items a little bit later. But we still have Kevin Byard here. Phenomenal. Harold Landry here, waiting on the Reduxes to come so we can get a Julio and Harold Landry, get both of those guys maxed out, because that would be very nice. I'm still waiting on the Reduxes to come out so their prices fall a little bit, because I do have enough coins. If they do get Redux, normally they'll go around 200-ish K, 250K, so I'll have enough coins to get both of them. As of right now, still have them powered up to their second highest tier. Landry still plays good at a 91 overall. I just cannot wait to see what he plays like at a 94, 95. He's gonna be insane. Junior Seau is our middle linebacker. Again, you guys can have Hester, but man, offensively, do you really need Hester? I've been saying this since the game dropped. Junior Seau is the way to go, because we need help at middle linebacker, and it helps out the overall a lot. And he's made plays for me when we have to go into 3-4. So I love Junior Seau. He's making a lot of plays for me. I'm just saying, if you still have Hester, I highly recommend switching over to Junior Seau and rocking with Junior Seau for the rest of the year. Helps out the overall, and really do you need a Devin Hester on offense with Corey Davis, Randy Moss, Andre Johnson, Charlie Joyner, Julio Jones, A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown's not even in our top 5 anymore. That's how crazy that is. But nonetheless, I still think you should go with Junior Seau for your captain. It's not your captain. This is your ultimate champion. No, it's not your ultimate champion. This is your season master, right? So you got to get up to level 45 to get this maxed, or 48 or something like that. So that is that. I already am maxed. Waiting on the next flip of... they did say it was 90 days, and I think Madden came out in September. So you got September, August. It came out in August, and you got September, October. So I'm assuming sometime in November was when they're gonna we're gonna go ahead and go to our next season. But yeah, Brian Arakpo here at middle linebacker 2. Have him here for the overall purposes. Robert Spillane could be really glitchy if he gets an upgrade. We also have Rashaan Evans, who could get a most feared card. Not saying he is having a great year, but I could see him fitting in that promo. Maybe a 87 overall. I wouldn't be surprised there. Bud Dupree here at outside linebacker. Brian Arakpo here. If I ever go into 3-4, what I'll normally do is I'll put Brian Arakpo over at outside linebacker here, and then sub in Spillane at middle linebacker 2, and then when I'm in nickel, I'll just sub in Arakpo at left outside linebacker. And then strong safety, we still have Jack Tatum, Bernard Pollard. We have Cam Chancellor here backing up KB at free safety, still trying to get him maxed out. But really, as of right now, we don't really need him. And then cornerback-wise, Jason McCourty, Desmond King, Malcolm Butler, all three usable corners, not the best in the game. Jason McCourty definitely a top-tier corner, but the other two not really exciting. But I will say Pac-Man Jones, Samari Roll, those are two guys that I've been looking at Team of the Week-wise, and I know some of you have been looking at Team of the Week-wise, that could possibly get upgrades. Samari Roll had a good game. I couldn't tell you exactly, but I could pull it up real quick. But I know Pac-Man Jones, I think it was week 16 of 2006, I want to say. He had a really good game. I think he had a kickoff return touchdown, might have been a punt return touchdown. He had a special teams touchdown. He also had a pick 6. So I think that is a pretty solid day for him. And I'd love to see a Pac-Man Jones player item. I think that would be pretty cool. And then also week 9 of 2000, Samari Roll had a pretty good game as well. If you want to look that up. Get Fit Nerd, shout out to you. You went ahead and commented that last video. But let's move on from the cornerbacks and go into the front 7. Or I should say just the defensive line. We already kind of touched on the linebackers. Jadeveon Clowney, who definitely could get a most feared card. I could definitely see Jadeveon Clowney getting a most feared card next week. Maybe he gets the LTD. Maybe he gets... I wouldn't see him getting the Master, so I think his only potential possibility would be the LTD, which that card would be very scary. And adding him to the theme team would be pretty awesome as well. Danico Autry backing him up. I think Danico definitely deserves a higher overall card. As of right now, I think he's one of our best defenders defensively for the Titans. That's just my opinion. Then we have Javon Curse at left end. Been rocking with him for a while. He's been playing still really solid. Great spy if you need him as a spy. But yeah, Javon Curse really, really solid. Jack Youngblood backing him up. Really, we only have him backing him at left end number 2 to keep his chemistries here. But he's at D-tackle number 2. Now with the addition of Brent Urban. Brent Urban goes ahead and takes his spot. We'll check out Brent Urban. You see 82 overall, chemmed up to an 86. Very good looking card, to be honest, guys. Overall, for the overall sake of things, it was very important for us to get a D-tackle. I know it's only an 82, chemmed up to 86, but at the same time, it was a big hole there, and that's another big reason why we were at 91. But you guys do see his play rec is 92, which is insane. His awareness is 91. That's those chemistries there, bumping it up. So you guys do see, I mean, still only 78 speed. This dude is 7 foot tall. Oh my god, I didn't even see that. This dude's gonna be at if we can keep this strategy item, this is gonna be insane. Because if Brent Urban gets like a decent card later on in the year, like low to mid 90s, I mean, 7 foot D tackle, that's ridiculous. 78 speed, 84 excel. I mean, the height, I didn't even notice that on him until just now. That is crazy. 300 pounder too. I might just throw inside stuff on him just to see what he's working with there, with being 7 foot tall, 300 pounds. That's kind of crazy. But we do also have Tier Tart. We'll check him out with a strategy item. Doesn't really ain't anything too special. I would have liked a better Tier Tart. He is 6'7", so not as tall as Brent Urban. I forgot Brent Urban was that tall. That's kind of crazy. Big Jeff. I almost want to say guaranteed. He has to get a 90 overall next week for most feared. It just has to happen. Big Jeff, he's been playing phenomenal. One of the best games, I've ever seen as a Titans fan. Big Jeff made the play of that game against the Bills. I just don't know how this guy still only has a core elite. I really don't. Maybe they're saving him for the last drop of most feared. This dude definitely deserves an upgrade. I don't know why it's taking him so long to get an upgrade, but he just needs one. Christian Fulton also, he's looking okay. 90 speed, 90 excel. I mean, if this dude gets a pretty, if he gets like a 90, 95-ish card later on this year, he could be an absolute glitch. 85 agility, 93 jumping. But like I'm saying, if this guy gets a power-up, I don't know what they're going to do, though. Because if Christian Fulton gets an elite card down the road, You power him up. Will the strategy item still work since he was only a gold and he didn't have a power up until he got a new card? If you guys understand what I'm saying, let me know. But 6'5", if this guy gets, I'm telling y'all, if we get a cornerback, zone coverage 81, man 85, pretty impressive, guys. Like, if there's a cornerback, gosh, I really just want us to get like an upgraded cornerback so we can have at least one cornerback that's just insanely great. But I don't know who that could be. I really don't. Jackrabbit, no, he's not going to get a most feared card, but we don't have any cornerbacks right now that are anything too special. But man, that would just be so awesome if we could get a cornerback in the most feared promo that gets plus 10 man, plus 10 his own. That would just be phenomenal. Didn't show you guys the abilities, but the abilities defensively, we do have Jack Tatum. We'll start off with KB. KB, Acrobat with Zone Hawk. Jason McCourty shut down with Acrobat. Jack Tatum shut down with Deflator and Enforcer. Bernard Pollard with Acrobat. Desmond King with Acrobat. And Malcolm Butler with Acrobat. So we're still rocking with a bunch of Acrobats right now. I still think it's one of the better defensive abilities in the game. You can't go wrong with it. But yeah. Punting for us, we still have Brett Kern. So shout out to Brett Kern. He's actually going to be back with us this week. So that's always a good thing when we have Brett Kern, one of the best weapons in the NFL, back with us this week when we're taking on the Chiefs. So he's going to probably be pretty big impact if we do get stopped. But hopefully Derrick Henry continues his insane year so far. Because Chiefs defense has been struggling a little bit. But Frank Clark and I believe Chris Jones are going to be playing, along with Tyreek Hill. He's going to be playing as well, and Kelsey is going to be playing also. So, they're all questionable, but I'll expect them to play. But having Brett Kern back is always a great weapon to have. If you're ever backed up, he can flip the field for you. So Brett Kern, I've one of my favorite Titans of all time. I mean, he's come up clutch in a couple situations. He's just a weapon, just a weapon. Steven Gostkowski kicking our kicks for us as well. Bruce Matthews is our long snapper with Brett Kern kicking off for us. And our kick returners are Charlie Joyner and Andre Johnson. Punt returners are Charlie Joyner and Andre Johnson. Specialists here. Third down running back Derrick Henry. Power back Derrick Henry. We're going to keep him on the field as much as possible. Slot wide receiver, we do have Corey Davis. Which, you know what? We're going to go ahead and put Andre Johnson back there. I forgot to make this switch because I do like to have my route tech in the slot. So that is that right there. A.J. Brown, like I said, we'll just take him out the lineup completely because our wide receivers right now are just insane. I'm going to go ahead and let's put Corey in the slot in case Andre's out. Then Jack Tatum at sub linebacker, Bernard Pollard backing him up at sub linebacker 2. Rush left in, rush right in, both clowning. Backing him up is Harold Landry. And the defensive tackle, we do have, what is Brent looking like? 79. So we'll go ahead and leave Jack Youngblood right there. Slot cornerback, we do have Desmond King, who I love having him at the slot position. And this is where it gets interesting. So we do have deep route specialists, so that boosts the speed to our wide receivers. We do have on the move, which does boost speed to Derrick Henry. So we're getting a +1 speed on top of +2 speed to our wide receivers. And we're getting a +1 speed on top of +2 speed to Derrick Henry. So we're getting +3 speed to wide receivers, +3 speed to running back. So that is what we're doing on offense, okay? I would love to see DeMarco Murray, this team of the week. I believe his rookie year, he had like 253 yards, like a touchdown in week 7 in his rookie year. So that was pretty insane. I wouldn't mind a DeMarco Murray. That'd just be an added bonus for us because that would be a Cowboys card. We just get his chemistry. And then, who else was there? Kenny Britt. He also had a great year, but I'd rather us get like a Samara Roll, Pac-Man Jones, someone like that, because we do need a little bit of help at cornerback. And our wide receivers are just set right now. We are really set. Who is the other guy that I had in my mind? I was looking over at the team of the week, but DeMarco Murray is definitely a guy that I'd love to see. And then defensively, we do have in the zone with the plus speed there, but the other one, I went ahead and re-rolled it. I had cornerback. I had the +1 speed to just your cornerbacks. I had it here, and I ended up re-rolling for another chance to pull another in the zone to get +2 speed to all the defensive backs, which is what I eventually did. Did not pull in the zone. I did go ahead and pull the island, which boosts speed to cornerbacks, which just would have been a replacement, which I would have probably went with that if I was content with the overall. But the overall does, you know, I do think the overall is pretty important. I just like to see a high number up there. So I went with Mind Reader this time. It boosts all positions, play rec, awareness, pursuit, zone coverage, and man coverage. So it boosts everyone. So that's why a lot of people were blue. You saw a lot of numbers that were blue defensively. So that's what happens there. We got the Mind Reader to all positions defensively. So that's probably the main reason why we are 91 overall. And then the main one here is Towering Tear, plus 10 to passing stats, which kind of stinks because we don't have a quarterback in Most Feared. And I don't know who would potentially get a quarterback upgrade that's starting right now in the NFL that's played for the Titans. I don't think there's any other than Tannehill, or I really don't know of anyone else. But if there is one, maybe he gets a card. I don't think there is, actually. I've thought. I don't think there is one. But you get +10 in catching stats is what we got earlier. And then also you get a +5 to height. So if you just leave this here, unless they force you to take it out or you replace it after it expires. I know it says that there's an expiration date, but if you just leave it here, you still get the boost. So I made that mistake by taking out my Ultimate Kickoff because I had a lot of people in Ultimate Kickoff to go ahead and get upgrades. I took it out, tried to put it back in, didn't work. So I'm going to try and leave this in as long as possible. So that's probably my game plan. And obviously we got Vrabel, Nissan Stadium, away uniform and home uniform there. So yeah, with that being said, pretty long video so far, but let's go ahead and get into a gameplay. I do apologize this for going out a little bit later than usual. But with that being said, let's go ahead and test out power forward Randy Moss and power forward. Alright guys, hopping into this one, we are taking on, that's our top three actually, Derrick Henry, Kevin Byard, and Andre Johnson. We're taking on guys, it's October, and I just saw this dude's lineup. A 98 and 2 97s. It's October. It's October, guys. Alright, guys, here we go. Gonna be a lot of running today with 6'8" Derrick Henry as we get shoestring tackled by Lawrence Taylor. And, I mean, this guy has a very good team. So I wouldn't be surprised if I get my tail whooped today. But, man, this dude, I mean, that's what I'm telling you. I mean, I'm going to ISO. Can I run ISO here? I mean, there's a lot of room right there, but can we pick up everyone? Kind of. I mean, we get 3 yards. Set us up for a 3rd and 6, and we're going to throw the ball for sure here. See if we can pick it up. And Cook getting wide open. Jared Cook, what we needed to start the game, we got it. Touchdown Titans as we're going to go up 6-0 with an extra point on the way. Big play, Vince Young. Beautiful throw, beautiful catch to Jared Cook, giving us the lead early here in this one. 55 seconds in and we take the lead. That's what you want to see. Don't know what's taking them so long, but extra point is going to be up. And it's going to be good. So we're going up 7-0, but we got to stop that 98 overall Brandon Marshall. It's going to be very frustrating if this dude chooses plays as slow as he just did. It's going to be a stretch here. And McCourty, good tackle, Jason McCourty. I believe that's Deuce Staley. Okay, so this team is very good, guys. This team is very good. I mean, what else you want me to say? I'm sure. I mean, I know for a fact he's using. Yeah, he's using that towering tear. as big play. Oh my God. Clowney was back there to make the sack, and Josh Allen just bounced right off of him. Hoping for maybe a fumble after that hit, but we didn't get one. He gains a yard or two in this 3rd and 3 here. So you see how long he's taking to choose a play. It's just very frustrating to play against. I'm a guy that's no huddle, no huddle, no huddle, very impatient. And he picks plays with 10 seconds on the clock. That's pretty frustrating. But about as good as I could play it. He's going to get the first pretty easily. It's going to be another run here. And, I mean, what are we doing here? Another first down. I guess I need to just slow play this. There we go. There's Brian Arakpo coming around the corner, laying the lumber. 2nd and 9. Is he going to come back out in I form, or is he going to come out in gun? We'll see. Probably have to wait another 10 seconds to find out, though. Oh, okay. Chooses it at 19 this time. It's going to be I form. It's going to be short, but he gained a lot. He's gained a 9 on 2nd and 9. He's going to be just short. 3rd and inches. Here we go. So, he's going to come out in I form. I mean, I've been seeing a lot of people do this. Stretch alert, X looky. I mean, I did this a lot back in Madden 20. But, man, right now, that's probably a touchdown saving tackle by Jason McCourty. We're not going to do anything to our line. We're just going to... Alright, motions out his tight end. Could be a pass here. See what he does. It's going to be a run play. Big tackle by Jack Tatum once again. I guess I need to contain every time. Because, man, we are getting reached every single time up front. Alright. Good that we scored, but, man, we just got to get a stop here. It's going to be very hard to get a stop, too. Okay, not bad. Missed some tackles there. I thought we had Harold Landry there. What I'm probably going to do here, blitz there, and just contain on both sides right there. Of course, he's going to throw the ball here this time. Of course. What are the odds of me blitzing Harold Landry, and the one time I do, he throws the ball? How silly am I? I mean, how do I expect that? That's crazy. I'll see how tall Gronk is. Alright. I mean, we got to contain out there, guys. We have to contain. I don't know what's going on with it, what's happening, or what. Good. Good, 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 good. Big 3rd down here. Big 3rd down. Bend but not break defense. Come on. Bend but do not break. I just, for some reason, think this is... Okay, he's going to call timeout. Alright, guys. Single back bunch. I'm going to go Mabel against this. Dumps it to Gronk. Big tackle. Only gains 2. He needed 3. Actually, he needed 4. I'm going to go hard flats. Big play. Picked. Tatum. Tatum got green grass. Jack Tatum. Tatum. Oh, he gets shoestring tackled by the massive Gronk. Oh, no. What a play. What a play by McCourty to deflect it to Jack Tatum, who could have had a pick 6, and that would have been a very long pick 6. Oh, boy. Oh, man. That would have been very nice if we got a pick 6 there. Oh, here we go. Offensively, we got to get the ball moving down the field. We had one big play, and that was it. So he's been boxing up my defense pretty well, or offense pretty well. That's a big play there. I can't believe people just assume to dive, and it works. I've seen it a lot, and it's been working a lot. But that's a 2-minute warning. We're going to come out in the same formation. This time, we're going to run the ball, though. We're going to ball every time, so shouldn't really say this time or that time or whatever. But Henry breaks the first one. Doesn't break the second. Still got 2, though. 3rd and 7. Step up. We got a lot of green grass with Vince Young. Don't fumble. All right. That's a gain of 12 up to the 47. If we can just get 3 out of this, I will be very, very happy. Because this guy I'm playing against has a very good team. I know that for a fact. We're running stretch. Henry gets... I mean, that's just tough. Run it to the right this time. Can we get upfield a little bit? Henry looked like he was about to break that one. But I'm going to... We got to throw the ball, obviously. Going to go bunch tight end, and we're going to run it to the left side, obviously the wide side of the field. It's 3rd and 8. We're looking for... I don't think I've showed this to him yet. So, see what he does against it. X is getting wide open. That's Corey Davis. And Corey Davis is breaking that tackle, and he's up to the 19. I don't know why he goes into man coverage there, but he does. We're going to go back to the run. We're going to go back to I form. He's probably going to expect the run, so we're just going to throw the ball. We're looking for Jared Cook. He's bringing that safety down pretty hard. And we're going to have another step. Oh, we can't come down with it. Corey Davis, 99 catching traffic, 99 catching, 99 everything, and you can't catch that. Oh, man. Might have had a... I'm going to get what I can get with Vince. Get out of bounds. That's a gain of 2. But, man... Alright. What about a crosser? Make him go that way. We'll put Corey on a slant. Let's see what happens here. Vince Young making things happen. Oh, baby. Vince Young again. He does it every single video, I swear. Perfect. Oh, yes. 14-0, Titans on top, 16 seconds. Just got to hold him for 16 seconds. Think it'd be easy. I think it'd be easy too. We're going to kick this one to where he has to return it. But man, oh man, Vince Young does it video after video after video. Makes things happen. Hopefully he returns this one and doesn't let it go over his head. Hopefully. Let's see what he does here. He's going to return it. Interestingly enough, he could let that one roll through the end zone. But he is going to try and return it. That's probably his best chance of, you know, taking one back is with Cordell Patterson. But that was a big play. Putting us up 2 possessions. Very big play. I'm just going to go we'll stay in nickel. And we'll just go 3-5 wide. As he's going to take another year to pick his play. Which is fine with me, because if we get a dub, I could care less. But we do have the momentum all the way on our side. So he's going to have no icons when he... starts this play here. So I'm actually going to go ahead and go deep halves on the outside with a deep 3rd in the middle. He's going to try and throw this one, and it's going to be picked off. It's going to be Malcolm Butler, and we're going to have 6 seconds to play with here. Let's just run the ball and get to halftime. If we break it, we break it. If we don't, we don't. I'm content with the lead we have right now. Interestingly enough, he is going to go ahead and go 3 deep. So hopefully we can get something glitchy going here. We can't, but we can call timeout. We have a second left. I'm going to try and just throw this one up to Moss. I don't want to hurt Vince Young's average here, but... Oh, if we have time. If we have time. I don't think it's getting there, but that would have been nice. That would have been really nice if we could have scored there, but... Nonetheless, we are up 14-0 at halftime, so we will definitely take it. So we're kicking it off here. We got to get a stop, though. I felt like defense has been playing pretty solid throughout the game. We're kicking it to Cordell Patterson, which I don't like a lot. But hopefully we can just make a play. It's so weird seeing Julio Jones on kick return. Spillane make a tackle with tackles. Julio Jones is a really good card, and we have him at wide receiver 5. That's just crazy to me. Crazy to even think about how good our wide receivers are. Just don't understand why he takes so long to pick a play. I mean, as he's going to take a delay. Like, that's the... I just don't get it. I mean, I'm going to accept it. I could care less. I'm not giving you all day to pick a play. It's really annoying. I mean, I don't want you guys to sit here for 20 seconds waiting for him to pick a play, but it's just annoying. Alright, this time he picks it with 12 seconds to go. But this is obviously, I think, a passing. Oh, baby! Jack Tatum jumping the route, and Jack Tatum's going to have another one. And this time it's going to go back for 6 points. And he is out of there. What a game. What a game. Alright, guys, we did go ahead and get a gridiron pack. So maybe we can get something glitchy here. Just decided to, hey, why not record this real quick. Bradley Chubb. Alright, Tremaine Edmonds. Alright, not a bad pack there. Let's check out the team one last time and round this one off. Alright, guys, so that is going to do it. Let's hop in the lineup. Check it out one last time before we round this one off. Man, what a team. What a game. And the team just keeps getting better and better every week. A shutout there. What a game. I mean, the MVP definitely has to be Jack Tatum. I user him. I don't have Acrobat on him. I have, you know, Deflator and Enforcer on him. But really, it doesn't matter what you put on him. He's going to go out there and perform. No matter if you have him at a user or you just have him out there as, you know, a deep half, deep third, deep fourth. Doesn't matter. He's going to make plays for you. And that's what he did today. And that definitely helped us get a win. Big play by Vince Young early and often to Jared Cook. That was a big play to get us started there. But man, Randy Moss, Corey Davis didn't really get much involved with Randy Moss, but man, just to have them on the field is definitely going to help us out run game wise, because people are going to have to respect Randy. People are going to have to respect Corey. I just can't wait to go into some weekend league and just play with this team with this crazy strategy item that boosts +5 to height. It's just ridiculous. But yeah, there's the offense one last time. There's your defense one last time. Brent Urban, we saw him today, 7 feet tall on the team. That's just insane. But yeah, team looking really good. Team looking really good. I'd like to have 1, maybe 2 more big upgrades through Most Feared. I'd love a Big Jeff. EA, if you're listening, Big Jeff, Jeffrey Simmons upgrade next week. That would be fantastic. 90 overall Big Jeff. I think he deserves it. That would probably be my one wish for next week or this week for Most Feared. Anyone else I would probably say maybe a Lawan 85-ish card. I wouldn't mind that at all. I think he's been playing decent, obviously, up until the concussion. You know, obviously earlier this year he didn't play well at all, but I think once he got his feet in the water, kind of got the feel of football back in him, I feel like he was performing pretty well for us, especially on that Monday night. 0 sacks. Tannehill got sacked 0 times. It's the first time in a while that's happened. But other than him and I'm sorry, how about I said Jerome Casey? I mean Jeffrey Simmons. Other than them two, maybe a Clowney LTD. That would be an exciting card. You know, everyone loves themselves a little Clowney action. But other than that, cornerbacks for us, not really any cornerbacks that come to mind when you think about the Titans. Amani Hooker, you know, he hadn't played this year at all, that much at all, I should say. But the times he has played, week 1 he played pretty solid. When we played the Bills, he played solid. So I wouldn't mind him, even though we have a lot of safeties. But cornerbacks, if you can figure any cornerbacks out, that would help us. I'd appreciate that. Defensive tackle, bring us that Big Al. I know Big Al's coming this year. It's just a matter of when. Maybe he's our Team of the Week hero. Maybe he is, you know, I saw the 50, but who knows when he's coming. So yeah, with that being said, that's going to do it for the video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. And until next time, I'll see y'all.